Thank you and good afternoon. This is Sam Vaughn for Sam's Sports Report. KU won 86-67. It was close until it got about 15 points, and then KU went on a run of what would make it eventually a 19-point game. First they got on a 10-point run to make the score, to get on a 12-point run to make the score at that time 28-15. And then they would eventually get it to a 19-point game, as we said. Hunter Dickerson had the big day as he got 20 points. Also a big game came from DeJuan Harrison Jr. He has become much better. As we said, that was a key for the Jayhawks to get better as the season has gone on, and it has. 86-67, KU wins. Kansas State was slight favorites against BYU, as the Cats are now 6-8 and will probably need to steal one at the end. The Cats will need to leave 3-4 and even up their record and probably win a game in the tournament, Big 12 tournament, to make the NCAA tournament. Arthur Coulomb led the Cats yesterday with a big game as he scored 28. You can watch out for him as he is a big-time scorer. And Kansas State could also have some help from Cam Carter and Tyler Perry, who now leads the Cats in scoring. He averages 15.1. Quinn Szyslewski averages 12.9. Game time is tonight at 6. I do expect Kansas State to come up with the win tonight. Today, however, we're going to go over court storming. The reason court storming does not happen in football, yesterday we had a player get hurt in college sports. They've got to put a stop to it, and here's how the NBA and NFL have done that. Saints and Vikings fans Diggs is a 5-yard line. He successfully killed the play. They killed the play, and not so fast as illegal interference rule. All levels, TD, the offensive team, it's determined to equal quality. This will happen in any NFL game or any NBA, or they're called technical foul in the NBA, and you could also possibly lose a game. More on that in a minute. Alabama player came off the sidelines, tackled Rice player from another team on football. That was the refs. Rice, and that was in the 50s. Rice was ordered a touchdown anyways. Since then, it has not happened very often. A ref can blow the whistle. The offensive team, let's say it was third down, could literally pick up with a first down. The ref could delay the whistle, allowing the ball to carry up. When somebody gets hurt, we're going to go absolutely serious about it, said Billis, when the last time storming in the NFL and NBA, Major League Baseball, they don't do it. They protect the players and don't do it. In college, they let you do it. You don't lose. So here's what needs to happen for students. Spread the seats out more like they do in pro sports. The bleacher seats out. I'm all for it. Also, what needs to happen is, also in the NFL, they can turn over the game. They can say, this team wins the game because they stormed the court. They can overrule the game. And obviously fans won't do that. That's what we would have to do to put a stop to it. They can also go to jail, be banned from an NFL stadium for life. That's how we'd have to do it if this wants to stop in college sports. So why doesn't college take a stop to this? Well, obviously yesterday it showed that and more. Here's a video on that as well. Here's a link, and that's my podcast. This is Sam Vaughn's Sam's Sports Report on why court storming has to stop.
Fans stormed on the court. Duke Ford Kyle Filipowski hurt his knee. Not sure how bad just yet, but he was vocal about it afterwards.
I absolutely feel like it was personal, intentional for sure.
When are we going to ban court storming? Like, when are we going to ban that? Like, how many times does a player have to get into something where they get punched or they get pushed or they get taunted?
Let me start here. I'm Pete Mundo, Heartland College Sports. Thanks for being a part of the show as always. Hit the subscribe button if you're on YouTube. Hit the thumbs up as well. We appreciate you being here. The court storming. I don't like the court storming. And I threw this up on Twitter at Heartland_CS, and it got hundreds of thousands of views, responses, comments, the whole thing. I'm not an old man, by the way. I'm sitting here as a millennial. I got a 5-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a third kid on the way. So a lot of you are like, oh, old man syndrome, fun, please. No, here's the thing. I'm a believer in acting like you've been there before. And for the record as well, because a lot of you accuse me of this, I'm not a K-State homer. I know you're seeing my Chiefs stuff if you're on YouTube right now. I didn't go to a Big 12 school, so that's why I love this league, because I believe I can analyze it and talk about it and love it from every single angle without the bias of having purple colored goggles on or blue or crimson or anything like that. Burnt orange, I don't have any of that. I just love the Big 12. But when you're a 4.5-point favorite, you can't storm the court. You can't do it. I'm sorry. I love Iowa State fans. They're some of the, most passionate fans and readers that we have, and viewers and listeners. I'm just not a court storming guy unless you're a huge underdog at home and, you're taking someone down that nobody saw coming. Kansas beating Oklahoma in football. That's field storming worthy. Like, those are the moments when I think court storming or field storming is appropriate. Not a home team as a 4.5-point favorite against a, by KU standards, relatively weak KU team winning at home. That's not court storming. That's just, I don't know if I'm the fun police for that, so be it. But I don't know. I just watched a team play great basketball for 40 minutes, hit 47% of their three-pointers. That's a lot of fun. Like, I don't understand why that's not fun enough. And you know who doesn't storm the courts? They don't storm courts at KU. They don't storm courts at Duke, at Kentucky. Blue bloods, people that expect to win, don't storm courts and don't storm fields. Now, I know someone's going to respond to this and, link to one moment where one of the blue bloods stormed a court, but they don't storm courts or fields because they expect to win. It's not about being the fun police. Trust me, if you've been to a game with me as a fan, you're going to have fun. I ask any, I'll go to Chiefs games. You see the shirts trust me, we have a good time. I love a good tailgate. Love getting to the game, getting that first 24-ounce beer, not Bud Light, having a great time. Life's good. We're going to have a blast. I promise you, we're all going to have fun if we ever go to a game together. If we do a Heartland College Sports tailgate together, we will have fun. I am not the fun police. I am just a proponent of when you're a favorite and understanding the moment, you don't storm the court. It's turned into this. We are storming courts way too much, by the way, in all conferences, at all levels. It's become a thing for kids to do, students to do, to get their selfies, to get their Instagram lives, to try to build up their brands. That's all it's about. I'm in my mid-30s. But when I was in school, the smartphone didn't exist. And for those asking, I did go to Villanova, so I've got, the Big East background. And it was right as Villanova was starting to get good under Jay Wright. I was there from 06 to 10, so I saw the 09 Final Four. Never once stormed a court. And they were not a blue blood yet. Now, I know they stink right now, but they were not a blue blood under Jay Wright at that time. Didn't storm courts against UConn. Didn't storm courts against Georgetown. Expected to win. And my attitude, it's an unwritten rule, but if you are expected to win a game, you can't storm a court. That's it. And you know what? There's a lot of fun to be had in the parking lot after the game. I'm all about it. So I'm just not a court storming guy. You save them for special occasions.
But again, the big picture of it all was our inability. We got to do a better job. We got to do a better job drawing fouls. I think we suck at it. We're fucking terrible. We're terrible at drawing fouls, and we got to do a better job.
Going off of that, do you think that opened up the floor more for Dalton Connect?
Can y'all write all that in there, right? Y'all can write that in there, right? Make sure you don't bleep that out.